The House comes to questions for oral answer. Question number 1, in the name of Jami-Lee Ross.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Finance and asks, what announcements has he made showing the government is on track to continue delivering surpluses and supporting a growing economy?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, today I will release the Treasury's half-year economic and fiscal update. Treasury forecasts a surplus of $473 million this year, including the expected costs of the Kaikoura earthquake. They forecast economic growth to average around 3% over the next 5 years, a bit higher than in Budget 2016, and growing surpluses.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jami-Lee Ross.
What are the half-year economic and fiscal update forecasts for employment and wages?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, the Treasury forecasts that unemployment will drop from 4.9% currently to around 4.3% by 2020. They expect another 150,000 jobs to be created over that period, which looks a reasonable forecast given that over the last 3 years there's been 250,000 new jobs, and they expect the average wage to increase by a further $7,500 to $66,000 a year, confirming a pattern of moderate but consistent income increases for households.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jami-Lee Ross.
What are the main reasons for the improvement in Treasury's forecast since the budget?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, the economy is just growing a bit faster than was expected back in June. There's higher levels of construction activity, stronger tourism flows, a growing population and ongoing low interest rates.
Supplementary question, the Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Minister, if the Governor of the Reserve Bank admits to a select committee yesterday that the growth rate is not 3.5 or 3%, but when you factor in 2% population growth, something like half of that, why can't he be honest with the country and say the same thing?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, we can say exactly the same thing because that's the facts of the matter. The difference between the government and the member is that we think New Zealanders staying home is good, and the New Zealand First Party seems to think it'd be better if they all went to Australia.
Order. Order. Supplementary question, Stuart Smith.
To the Minister, what is the Treasury's advice on the impact of the Kaikoura earthquake?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, as that member would know better than anyone in the House, the earthquake has had a major impact on families and businesses in his electorate. However, the earthquakes are not expected to disrupt the overall momentum of the economy. Treasury estimates that the total cost of the extensive government support to the affected communities and the rebuilding of transport links will be $2 to $3 billion. In this financial year, the government is booking a cost of around $1 billion because that's what we expect to spend before June next year, mainly on supporting EQC claims and on the immediate response and recovery.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Why has he not taken the advice of current and former leadership aspirants for the National Party to take tax cuts off the table?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, the government announced this policy at the last budget. This week we are having a bit of an internal discussion over changes in leadership, and whatever the result of the leadership contest, the government will consider those options.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
In light of projections of almost no real wage growth in the next 2 years in the haifu today and house prices increasing by 13.5%, when will working New Zealanders actually see the real benefits of economic growth?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, they've been seeing real benefits of economic growth for the last 4 or 5 years. There's a lot of different ways of there's a lot of different ways of measuring it, but superannuitants, for instance, have had consistent increases, almost double the rate of inflation, because their increases are tied to the average wage, which tells you the average wage has been going up faster than inflation.